back on a Wednesday night, episode 261, and we're here for wall-to-wall NBA draft coverage, right, J-Vi?
That's right, man.
Uh-huh.
Because Cooper Flack went number one overall, the ACC had the number one football pick and the number one NBA pick. Are they the premier conference?
Didn't even know that, but I guess you have to say that, right? Who's the number one overall football pick?
Cam Ward, Miami.
Oh, that's right, Miami. Wow. All that SEC talk, dude. Once again.
Come on. That's where all the money's made, football and basketball, right?
College World Series just had the highest rated or highest viewed College World Series ever. I mean,
who went number one overall in the WNBA draft?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's look that up. Was it an ACC player?
B. McCormick, check on that. B. McCormick's here. He says 57 days until week 0. You got it. I got a graphic ready to go. It's June 25th, 2025. It is Happy National Goat Cheese Day. There was no other way to pick a day other than Goat Cheese Day because we are the Millie Goats. So I'm going sleeveless today, by the way. I hit the gym this afternoon.
It looks like you're wearing the yellow sleeves still, though, because of your skin tone.
I wish I
Paige
could wear
Buckers went number one, so not ACC.
But not SEC.
No.
So when is the SEC going to start producing top-tier talent?
Good question.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Or is the SEC just a team conference?
That piece of food just came out of my tooth. I was chewing gum.
Thank goodness.
And I was making such a big deal about it before the show. Oh, most people, most shows are taking their time. Oh, it's time to take time off, this and that. No, there's football to talk about. Also, the NBA draft, I'll say two things. One, why is it so close to after the season ends? And two, they got to get their own jingle for when the pick is in. You can't put a ba. And I'm like, oh, the NFL draft is on. No basketball.
You know who the first team that got that jingle was, right?
What? Who?
For the NFL jingle. So the way it worked out was they had planned, I couldn't tell you the exact year, maybe 90-something, 2002, I don't know. But they had it all planned out where they were going to do this jingle for every pick. Well, the first pick went, the jingle didn't play. Second pick, jingle didn't play, so they thought they scrapped it. Well, then the Bills picked at number 8 or 9 or something, and I want to think they took Winfield. Maybe he didn't go that early for us or something. I don't remember exactly who they picked, but when they went after the Bills pick, they played the jingle, and it's been played every pick since then. So the Bills, they're trendsetters. So.
That was the longest story to just answer the question who had the first jingle.
I had to tell you.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Where's the cowboy hat?
Well, since Tex hasn't shown up, we don't know where he's at. I'm going to save that for when I do impressions of him.
Okay.
Good. But since all the other sports are over, it's officially preseason football.
Mm-hmm.
It's football season. It's the next sport up. Preseason until it starts. So I'm the preseason goat now. Bill's hat back on.
Technically, I think I snapshotted this a few days ago. There are now, this is public service, everybody. Screenshot this, write it down, pull over while you're driving. Write this down. I think it's now what B. McCormick said. He said 57 days until week 0, which means that is 69 days until NFL week 1. And then we're not really worried about the NHL, the NBA, and the college basketball. Those are over 100. We don't care. It's football season. Forget those other ones, which
it's
means
less than 70 days now for NFL, though.
Which means high school football will start coming on in about 50 days.
Yes.
Right? Because they start a week early. So football officially fully back.
Yes. Totally back.
Wimbledon, though, I do like watching Wimbledon. And golf. Well, I like golf season. I love watching. We got one more major in golf.
One more major. Early morning major.
Yep.
So you got to wake up early. Breakfast major.
Yep. That one's tough, but still a major nonetheless. So yeah, just wanted to get everybody to go ahead and screenshot that and then just do the math appropriately from here. Also, for Goat Cheese Day on the show, we're gonna do some quick headlines. Then we've got an AFC South preview, the way that we're gonna do it, and then talk a little bit AFC last place teams. We've got Aaron Rodgers news. We've got college football news. We're just gonna touch on OKC's parade and celebratory win of their championship, which was they don't know what they don't know what they're doing. And then we're gonna talk golf, and the water cooler debate is back. And then we got How Dare You. So that's the show. I have
sounded like a 2-hour show.
I have so many How Dare Yous, though. That's the question. How am I going to get them all in? Who knows? Goats start giving milk at around 2 years old and will produce up to 12 to 16 pounds of milk per day.
Wow.
Fun fact.
What's the conversion pounds to gallons?
I think it takes 100 pounds of goat milk to make 45 pounds of cheese. So pounds, there's 8 pounds in a gallon.
So 45%.
Yeah. So do you like goat cheese? Goat cheese takes an average of 2 to 3 days to make. Do you like goat cheese? You don't like goat cheese, do you?
No.
Goat cheese is good, man.
You also like almond milk, so
goat cheese is legit, dude. It's got a unique flavor. It's better than cholesterol for you. Watch your heart, dude. Watch your heart. Okay. Next. This was a question from a guy we played with at App.
Okay.
And I told him, I said,
question
I'm using this.
From athletes and former athletes. Which was the worst to hear your coach say?
Say it with your chest, dude.
Get them chomping. Everybody on the line. Get them chopping.
Which one do you think is worse? This is from TJ. He's not here. He said he'd be here tonight to tune into. Which one do you think's worse? You're a former athlete. Which one's worse to hear your coach say? Get them chopping. Everybody online. What do you think?
To me, everybody on the line.
Exactly. I think that's
get them chopping. You can play that system a little bit, and there's usually not a time limit on that. Everybody on the line is usually a timed whatever, and you have to put some type of decent effort in to make it.
Yeah. I said it was like get everybody on the line means somebody screwed up and the team's punished. Like get them chopping means somebody individually screwed up. Like everybody on the line means the team screwed up.
Like we picked off Armani too many times in practice, so we had to get them chopping because
that's right.
We weren't supposed to do that.
I mean, come on now. Just don't throw it into cover 2 over there. We're baiting you into it. You want to try to throw that cover 2 hole shot, pick 6 every time. I don't care how many Walter Payton awards you have.
Do you think that you picked off Armani the most in his career for any single player?
Probably. I did. Hey, pick 6 twice in practice one time. Ran right by the whole line, dude. What are you doing? Taking this thing to the house, dude. Practice like you play. You ever need to
you finish through the line.
Let's go. We get yelled at for not doing that, and then when I do it, they tell me to stop it.
Get them chopping.
Get them chopping, dude. I'm telling you, get them chopping means you screwed up. Everybody online means the team period went bad.
Yeah.
That means nobody's putting an effort on defense, nobody's putting effort on offense. So, but anyways, I thought that was a fun question to. I told him we got to get him on. I'm going to send him the link right now. All right. Quickly, we have to give the answer to this because I teased it pretty much all week.
Yeah, I did too. I was confused though because when you sent it, the first time you sent it to me, it had distances on it, and then when you sent it to me to post, it didn't have people or distances on it. So I was like, wait a second, am I missing something? I deleted it and posted it back 2 or 3 times, questioning myself.
No, I did it backwards. Like I saw the answers first, and I was like, whoa, I never would have guessed that. And then I was like, well, I got to ask people about this because this is kind of fun. I love doing those stupid debates. I'm doing it at work too. I'm trying to get a tally of who people think, who you can get the closest to, and who you have to be the furthest from. So you've got a lion, a bear, a bison, a croc, a monkey, a rhino, a mountain lion, and a tiger. Do you remember which one you think you should get to be the closest?
I remember which one was on that one you sent us, but was that also just somebody else's answer to this question?
No, this is just like this is like a wildlife viewing public service announcement of being like, hey, if you're in Africa and you see these animals in the wild, which one of you do you need to stay away from the most? You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying. I just didn't know if that was somebody else's answers that you sent us. Like somebody did this thing and that's what they thought, or if that were the actual distances.
That was the recommended distance to view these animals from.
Yeah.
It's saying don't get any closer to this. So there's a lot of people that at work that kind of narrowed it down between 2 or 3. People really don't want to get close to cats.
No.
That's what Eric from Patriot Sports Radio said. He's like, you can't trust cats, especially small ones. The house cats are always sizing us up. So that means big cats do the same thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, and they're sneaky, they can jump, they're quick. Like the other ones kind of got to get moving a little bit.
Yeah. So here's the one right there. It's actually the crocodile that you can get the closest to. And the tiger is the one you have to stay the furthest away from. And all the cats. So they're saying a bear, a mountain lion, and a tiger, you need to not get anywhere near. Can't get near it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But a croc, dude, crocs, is that because you just don't see them? They really think you can get
They can't go side to side at all.
Yeah. They're so creepy though.
Yeah, but is it we have alligators, right? Crocodiles aren't. Yeah.
We do have, you can't have saltwater crocs. Those things will freaking mutilate you.
Yeah.
So
we saw some alligators down the Hilton Head. But it's like those are like domesticated ones, like they're so used to all the people now. They just
but they just sit there and float with their eyeballs out of the water. That's creepy, dude. That weirds me out. Just weirds me out. I don't like it. So,
I don't know that I'd get that close to a monkey.
No, those things are like 20 times stronger than we are.
Yeah.
They like rip people's eyes out and pull their arms off and stuff.
Jesus.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not kidding, dude. B. McCormick said, did y'all hear about the cattle wrangler out west that got gored by a mule deer? Buck.
No.
No.
I'm surprised you can get that close to a bison and rhino, though. I'm surprised those aren't 50.
Somebody at work said they walked right up to one. I'm like, are you sure? You shouldn't do that, right?
The rhino or the bison?
Either one. I feel like those, once they get going, it's on. So.
Yeah, but like.
How can you get closer to a lion? And that doesn't make sense. Get 50 meters from a lion?
It's speed and agility.
Are they saying the lion's soft? Lost a step?
I guess.
I don't know. Anyways, I love doing stuff like that. I love it. Okay. Anything else before we salute and talk about the AFC?
No.
Let's do it. Salute it. Okay. Well, I didn't even pull that down. Whoops. Salute your sword.
I almost did, but I just didn't know if you wanted to leave it up for something else. I was like, maybe I should pull that down.
Okay, quickly, just some headlines in the sports world. I mean, obviously the Thunder won the title, but dude, I was perusing Twitter and I'm like, what is going on in their locker room after the game, man? They did you see any of this?
About the Thunder? I saw a little bit. I didn't see like any celebrations, but I saw like a ton of the Mick Ultras weren't drank, or, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then we're going to talk some little college football changes, then Aaron Rodgers. But the Thunder, this is from Clutch Points on Twitter. They left so much champagne and beer untouched after winning the championship last night. There's like 2 completely full, like, tailgate coolers completely full of Mick Ultra. And then there's a table that this thing pans to the left that has 40-ounce Mick Ultras that are full. And I don't know how many bottles of champagne. So, like,
Edward 40 hands?
not for them. Are we missing something? Because, like, when we won
Maybe
our
they don't
natties,
drink beer.
maybe I don't know. They don't drink at all. Apparently, like, there's 2 guys that had never drank before. So I wonder, what do they do? Is it because is weed legal in the NBA now?
Yes.
Okay. That's probably what it was then.
Also, I think you can buy it in Oklahoma.
Ah. Okay. Now, first of all, Mick Ultra, you should be ashamed of yourselves. This should tell you everything you need to know about your like.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is bad.
It's a
If
bad
you're Mick
look.
Ultra,
Not a good look.
I don't know how you recover from this. But I'm sitting here wondering, like, I want to ask somebody who's young. It's like, I understand they're pro athletes. Like, we're never going to make fun of anybody for not drinking. But it's just, you've got the Florida Panthers who are basically just
still partying.
Yes, this is exactly what I said. I said, send this down to the Panthers. They're still going. Like,
yeah.
Like we're not going to criticize someone for not drinking, but I just want to know, like, did they do something else, or like, is there some other way they celebrate, or they just?
Yeah, I mean, even if I don't know, to me, like, if you do something that's that significant and that awesome, you deserve to have like a big release and party however you determine partying
Sure.
is. But I feel like even if half the team didn't drink and half the team did drink, the half that did drink would still clear those out because they're either taking them with them in their bags because they're free, or they drink them all because they're having a big party because they just finished a really long season and they won the championship. But to see those, that's disappointing on all levels.
That's 4 cases of beer. I'm pretty sure. I just counted like 24 is like half of this thing. And then we got a Miller Lite over there. That's what they need to get.
Yeah.
So yeah, the young Thunder players had to ask 2-time champs Alex Caruso how to pop champagne. They didn't even know how to pop champagne.
That may be also why they're in the NBA and we're here talking about it.
Could be. And I think Rachel Nichols reported that the guys, quote, guys are pouring stuff on everyone's heads. None of that was going on. It was almost silent. There were maybe 8 empty bottles of champagne. Like, were they even excited?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not, because does it have an asterisk because Halliburton went down?
A lot of Achilles that went down. Every player that tore their Achilles was wearing number 0. That's crazy. There was 3 of them in the playoffs that tore their Achilles, and they all wore number 0. That's like the Madden curse.
Yeah.
Dude, also, did you see Emmanuel Acho's
No.
legacy quotient?
No.
He said how many titles you've won divided by how many teams you've played on. is your legacy product.
Jeez.
So Tom Brady's legacy is worse than Kobe's.
Yeah.
Because Tom Brady had 2 teams and 7 championships. So his was 3.5. Oh, yeah. Here you go, B. McCormick. He said, did y'all see SGA 6 a.m.? He was completely dude, he smiled so slow during this photo, dude, or this video, and he was cheesing so hard. This dude is on the moon right now, SGA, at this interview. You can tell it, too. Like, the camera pans to him, and it takes him, like, 2 seconds to realize that he's on camera. When he does, he just kind of, like, hits that Grinch smile. Like,
it is a little delayed when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
To his credit. But still, you can just tell just by looking at him.
He is. He's got that shit-eating grin on his face.
Yeah. His body is there. His mind is not.
And then some of these guys had their Jalen Williams each had their first drink in their first beer.
Wow.
So that video was hilarious of that guy drinking the Mick Ultra. He was not having it. It was funny.
Probably why there's so many left.
Yep. Yeah, but that beer sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Mick Ultra wants to sponsor the show, then it's the greatest beer I've ever had. So
Yeah,
But
it's like for one more calorie, you can have a fulfilling,
you
great
can have that Miller
tasting.
Lite back there.
That's what I'm saying. Pilsner. I don't know.
So,
If you drink 12 of them, that's 12 extra calories. It's not that big of a deal.
no. I mean, kudos to them for like marketing that to where it's like this is the light beer, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give them credit. Um. So, anyways, that was the okay. And their parade was kind of people were ripping on them about their parade, and this like it's a Tuesday. Like the whole celebration for this is just I don't. It's
It was
like
the
they're
first.
afraid.
It was and it was the first championship for that city.
I mean, I wouldn't go because I mean you never know what somebody's going to do. Somebody's going to do something stupid out there.
And Oklahoma City too.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I don't know. It's like they don't know. It's like they're afraid to show emotion and celebrate because they're worried about like what social media might say. So it's just
Big
weird.
problem.
All right, college football news. This is from Front Office Sports. South Carolina introduced a $300 athletics auxiliary fee, similar to what other SEC schools charge students. As revenue sharing arrives, schools are using student fees to offset athlete payments. If you're an athletic department that's drowning for revenue, it makes sense.
Wow.
Oh, dude, if you're a student, are you furious at this? Like, you got to pay more?
Well, how many of these students are actually paying for it? And it's
Yeah,
their
that's true.
parents.
That's true.
I
Especially
shout out to the kids that are paying for their own school. But
facts. But it feels like this is the way they're going. Like, they're going to, like, oh,
to
we have
me,
to.
to me though, it's like if you're not an athlete at a school, I'm not going to say everybody else wants athletics at that school to do well, but a majority, more than 50% of the students that are going there that aren't playing sports are going there because of a certain sport. Yeah, they
Yeah.
want their football team to be good. Like they want their soccer team to be good, whatever it is, their basketball, if they're a basketball school. Like they're going there to go to the games and their team be good. So, at this point, not trying to sound like a snob, but like what's $300 on a $18,000 semester?
Yeah.
Like what's another $300? I don't know.
Like, what do you,
I'm
like,
surprised it's not more, honestly.
yeah. I heard this on like the group of five guys. Shout out, awesome. They're like, damn, what did they say? I don't know. It'll hit me in a second. I got sidetracked, but it's just if you're a student, I don't know. Like you were saying, like, is it really that big of a deal? You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I mean, again, $300, so 600 a year times 4, $2,400. Again, what's $2,400 on when you're already paying $100,000?
here's the worst part about it, though. This is what Group of Five guys were talking about. They're like, it completely opens up the fact that if you're putting money toward the athletic department, you better believe those message boards are going to be on fire.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well,
Hey,
people are going to think they have more of a say in it because their
yeah,
money going to it. Yeah, I agree with
absolutely,
that 100%.
and they should, right?
Yeah, I mean, people already think they have a say in it before they were paying for it.
Dude,
Because they're spending their money on tickets and all this other stuff. But it's like,
how do we open up a hotline where we can be the one that these guys, like these students, call? That's what we need to do. Just be like, hey, call into our show and just vent. PG, of course. BMO says, but I bet it will make them turn on their team faster. Is my money paying for it? Yep, there you go. That's exactly what that's. Yeah.
BMO's going to have a lot of teams to pay for, though.
Yeah. He's going to have to go back to school. But I don't know. It's just a weird time where these student athletes are going to start getting paid. I can't imagine when we were there, like what that would have been like. Like if we
For
got
us,
paid.
nothing.
Yeah, true. We're the highest rated players on the video game, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but people aren't paying kickers and punters what they're paying.
No. Well, you could get an
backups at other
NIL deal
positions.
or a mark.
Yeah,
Dude, those hats for the NBA draft suck. What are
I'm not
those?
watching it.
Oh, I have it on, but my goodness. He said my bad. I had to go to 2 schools to finally get a degree.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
doesn't
that's
pull
right.
for the school that he got the degree from. Where's their sports team?
Okay, Pac-12 conference has signed a new pack deal or new TV deal with CBS Sports. It'll showcase each of the following beginning 2026. Here's the new Pac-12. It's Boise, Colorado State, Fresno, Gonzaga, Oregon State, San Diego State, Utah State, Washington. Hey, what's up, Utah State?
Let's go.
Washington State.
Aggies.
That's right, dude. It's going to be the football championship game on CBS, men's basketball championship game on CBS, and CBS will have 3 regular season football games, and CBS Sports Network will be carrying the regular season football games. So that'll be sick. So now we know where the big, yeah, that's right, dude. Big Pac-12 pod. Big boy football, dude.
I mean, App State plays 2 of these teams next year.
Yep, Boise and Oregon State.
Oregon State at home, coming to the Rock.
Yes, dude. And we have ties. We got Utah State offensive line coach.
I bet if DJ Ungole still played there, Edge would go to that game just to tell him that he stinks. Edge would buy a ticket to an App State game to go tell DJ Ungole that he stinks.
100%.
Guaranteed.
And he wouldn't have to wait 7 months to figure out where his seats are if he's going to actually be allowed in the stadium.
Yeah, and he'd probably get a good parking spot too.
There's nothing better than giving him a hard time about his season tickets.
Dude's got like 6 mortgages paying for parking at Clemson.
Hey, dude, you don't have to pay to be a fan, dude. We all know you like Clemson. Stop.
Hey, if he would have bought in before 2020,
That's
you know,
yeah, you'd have been grandfathered in,
yeah,
dude.
He'd have been there when I was going to the games. You know, it wouldn't have cost him as much.
Instead, he's chasing. He's trying to make the more he gives, the more it looks like he's been there forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen him not wear orange in like 6 years.
Hey, that's how he's got to be now. He can't help himself. So I'm excited about the Pac-12 though.
It's back.
I like what they're doing. They're trying to become back into the Power 5, like insert some sort of meme where it's like, hey, knock on the door, let us in, and the Power 4 is like, no, thank you. It's just sad, but that's okay. They can get in there.
Yeah,
this is good football talent right here. Finally, Aaron Rodgers, dude. He told Pat McAfee show that he's, quote, pretty sure this is it, the last season of his NFL career. He said that's why he signed a 1-year deal in Pittsburgh. Do you believe this at all?
I don't think that's why he signed a 1-year contract. I think he signed a 1-year contract because that's what he was offered, because Tomlin doesn't keep quarterbacks long.
Facts.
He also just got married. I don't think he's got another 4 years left in him. So he's just going to play 1 season as a married man and then call it quits.
That's a bold thing to do if you get married, though. But given the curse,
if you know this early in the season that you're pretty sure this is it, that means it's already time.
Yeah. It's
like you've already quit. You've already quit. You've already retired. If you're saying this is the last, this is pretty sure this is it. Like, you already know you're retired.
Do people seem to like him? Like, players that play with him seem to like him. It's just, he's just intentionally, I think everything he does is trolling. I just think everything he does is a troll move, which I kind of respect. But at the same time, I don't respect him because I'm like, you don't commit to anything.
Yeah, and I think some of it, too, is just him because he went to Cal, and Cal is a very good school, that he automatically just assumes that he's smarter than you. So he thinks he's trolling you, and you're just like, dude, I know what you're doing. You're an idiot.
Yeah. For the next slide, he said, quote, I don't want the attention when I'm done playing. You won't see me. So he
Bye. See
He
you.
wants to bring to your attention that he doesn't want your attention
Yeah.
as he continues to go on McAfee's show every week.
I'm getting off of Instagram. This is my last post.
Yep.
Like, okay, nobody asked.
Yep. Gosh, dude. I can't wait to see what he does. There's no way he's going to be able to get out of the line. Like, there's just no way. Like, he'll intentionally walk behind, like, cameras or find some cameras around to walk by and be like, oh, my gosh, what are you guys doing here? I told you I didn't want to see you guys anymore.
I actually am a little surprised he was able to get married without. I'm sure it was just like a courthouse deal or probably paid somebody to come
That
do
dude
it.
went into the woods and went on an ayahuasca tree in a mushroom house underground where Frodo and the hobbits lived to get married. He probably got married. You know, he probably got married to Mother Earth. He's like, like I'm married to this world, or not this world, but the other world. You guys just don't understand.
They live in a galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably. I don't know. He's so mad that everybody keeps trying to pry about. I'm like, well, then why would you wear your wedding ring?
Yeah.
If you don't want people to know, then don't wear it.
You
Wear it
have
wear it
never
around
worn
your
a
neck.
wedding ring before. Now you're wearing one. Of course, somebody's going to ask.
Yeah.
BMO originally sent me a picture of him wearing this outfit, and it was more straight on. And I was like, what is he doing? Like, I thought he had short shorts on with long tights. And then I thought he was wearing a cutoff sleeve jersey with yellow short sleeves underneath it.
Is that what that is? Those aren't leggings down there? It's just a different material?
Yes.
Wow. What is
It's just a different color of the same material.
what do you think? Do you think he sits at home and is just like, nobody's going to expect me to do this? Like, I don't know what I don't know.
I don't think there is a plan.
He will be better this year. He's going to be 2 year, almost another year out from his Achilles injury.
Pittsburgh doesn't have an offensive line.
Yeah, but
I mean,
it's got
Russ also takes the most sacks out of any quarterback. But
yeah, Russ doesn't throw the football, so we can't really use Russ as the example. Did you see that?
But DK Metcalf isn't like he's a good receiver, but he's not. You can't just run him out there.
He's not a route technician, right?
Yeah, he needed Lockett and Jigma, whatever his name. Like he needed those guys to open him up. And yes, he breaks one every once in a while, but I don't know. He's not going to do it by himself.
Do you think this could be bad? They're not going to finish last. I mean, the Browns are in that division, so and the Bengals
Everybody thinks the Browns are going to be good.
What?
People think the Browns are going to be good this year.
We'll get to them in a little bit, but holy moly. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers just, hey, man, I'm sure we won't see him on the golf pro-ams. I'm sure I'm sure we won't see him on any of those or the match or whatever.
He'll end up being on a talk show, like a game show.
You think?
Yeah. He has to hear himself talk.
Maybe he'll join the Pat Mac. Well, him and AJ Hawk could on the Pat McAfee show switch places.
God, what a show that would be. 5 minutes.
Tight End University is this weekend too, so they're doing all that. Taylor Swift was there. It was a big deal. Yep.
I get it. She dates Travis Kelce, but if it's a tight end university party for them and their families, like how many people in that room actually wanted to see her perform?
I don't know.
Probably not even half.
Probably not.
There's probably like maybe half of these guys' girlfriends or wives that were there dancing and singing.
How many? I saw that there was a concert, but I don't know where was it at?
It was in Nashville somewhere. I don't know. Probably a rented out ballroom or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
I haven't been to that.
There's probably cameras everywhere. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really look for the Taylor Swift information, so I don't really care. But anyways, there we go. Okay, let's get to our questions about the AFC South, dude. Here we
How
go.
about it?
Do what?
How about it?
These are the odds for the AFC South. The Texans are favored at plus 110. The Jags at plus 300. The Colts at plus 310. The Titans at plus 750. Can the Texans three-peat? Because they've won it two years in a row. That's my first.
That's my hot take, is that the Texans won't win it this year.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Here's our first question. Which AFC South team would win a bar fight?
Team?
Yes.
Duval.
Put these questions on here like people are
Duval.
going to tune in. They're going to be like, I'm looking for some AFC South information, and here we're going to ask about a bar fight. Just because, like, there's going to be a gazillion shows out there that are going to be like, the Texans won 10 games, and they brought back this, and they drafted this person, and this and that. Here's the bottom line. For the Texans, they have a lot of young talent. They need some help in the trenches. And can we trust C.J. Stroud? That's basically what it boils down to.
Yeah, I mean, they got a new OC this year because they fired their Slovak or whatever his name was.
Oh, yeah,
so
Bobby Slowick.
What's that going to look like? How well can C.J. Stroud learn that new offense? You know, what do their playmakers look like this year? You know, I don't know. Are they going to stay healthy? They've stayed pretty healthy, I think, for the last 2 years, and none of their
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but none of their divisional teams stayed healthy. Every single quarterback in that division, other than C.J. Stroud last year, got hurt. Trevor Lawrence got hurt. Richardson got hurt. Levis was in and out, hurt, and playing bad. But C.J. Stroud stayed healthy, so they've benefited from being relatively healthy the last 2 years.
That's always the name of the game, too.
Yeah.
The Eagles were healthy last year, too.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not saying I want something to happen to Texans. I just think that they might get gobbled up a little bit. And
I thought they were going to run away with it last year, and I was kind of shocked that they were that terrible.
Right.
I wouldn't say terrible, but.
Well, the coaches had film on C.J. Stroud now, so they know tendencies more. They know, but again, now he has a new offensive coordinator, so things might change. You know, what does that look like? I don't know anything about the guy.
This division sucks, dude. I mean, you've got a rookie quarterback in Tennessee battling with Will Levis, icon. You've got a complete bust in Anthony Richardson, Danny Dimes. You've got Trevor Lawrence, who's like, is he good or is he not good?
Can he stay healthy? Can they protect him?
So I don't know. But back to the question at hand, who would win a bar fight? I asked Grok on Twitter. It said the Houston Texans were number one, and they would fight as scrappy underdogs who rely on quick strikes and resilience, but might get overwhelmed by bigger foes. So there's AI says the Texans are small.
Wow.
Yeah. The Colts, however, they're powerhouse brawlers who hit hard but might lack finesse or stamina. So they were talking about their weakness as a fighting would be Richardson's inexperience and injury history. Be a liability.
Yeah. They're saying too that Richardson can hit the deep ball, but he can't. He can't fit it into a tight window.
Oh my gosh! And that might translate to poor coordination in a group melee. He's gonna be Nick Sloan.
Shout out Nick Sloan.
Yes. The Jags are tactical fighters who start strong but might fade as the brawl drags on. Duval. The Titans are old school sluggers who rely on brute force but might lack speed or adaptability. So round one, chaos would erupt, momentum shifts. The Jaguars. Hold on. Wait a minute.
It says the whole fight.
It says oh my gosh! It says the Colts are going to win.
What?
Yes. Listen. So the round three would be the finish. The Colts' physicality gives them an edge. Taylor breaks free, metaphorically running over a fatigued Josh Allen from Jacksonville. The Jaguars fight valiantly but fade due to their 2024 inconsistency.
Wow.
He gave the whole scenario. The Titans outmanned and outmaneuvered are the first to back down in their 2024 struggles. So the winner is the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. Their combination of physicality, defensive and intensity, and underrated grit makes them the victors. Wow. Didn't know that. That's pretty good. Would you agree? Do you think the Colts will win a bar fight?
No, because you can't drink in Indianapolis without getting arrested. So I just don't think they have very much experience in it. I'm going with Duval.
You think?
Yeah, the more you drag it out.
Oh, yeah.
Duval. Plus, they have the best, nickname for their town or city or county.
I think the Texans are fake tough. I think they're fake
I agree
tough.
with that.
I would say it would come down to Jacksonville and Indianapolis.
And
outside of
Tennessee is pretty boy country. Yeah, it's not
true.
downright country boy.
Yeah, Eastern Tennessee.
Yeah.
Damn it, that was good. I didn't know it was going to give a whole scenario.
Yeah, you went through the whole game.
This is even better. Okay, so we've settled on either the Colts or the Jags. Who has a quarterback legacy season in 2025 in the AFC South? Because you got Cam Ward, Danny Dimes, redemption tour. Cam Ward trying to prove himself. C.J. Stroud, is he good? Trevor Lawrence, is he good? Is C.J. Stroud the next Trevor Lawrence? Who's quarterback legacy season in 2025 in the AFC South?
Who needs to have one, or whose legacy is on the line?
Whose legacy is on the line?
Oh, Trevor Lawrence, 1,000%.
Really?
He's the veteran quarterback in this division.
Okay.
As you said, is he good? Is he not good? It's been excuses the whole time. Now he's had some glimpses where he's looked really good, but when he hasn't looked good, it was, his first head coach got fired after 9 games. He's had 3 head coaches. His line's bad. He doesn't have a receiver that can catch. It's always been an excuse for him. So I think coming off this injury, new coach.
I think Cohen's going to make this thing
if they're not successful, the Jaguars have a decision to make. Cut Trevor Lawrence and start over, or try one more coach before Trevor Lawrence goes.
Oh, BMO said him and Danny Dimes are the same guy. Dial up some Spider-Man memes. There was a side-by-side Danny Dimes, and it was somebody.
We did it. We had it on the show, I think.
Yeah, I think it was identical. Okay, so I don't think
Stroud's a legacy yet. It's his 3rd season, man.
Brock Purdy. I almost just swallowed my gum right there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but Brock Purdy didn't go into the Texans. Brock Purdy wouldn't be Brock Purdy if he was playing on another team.
You don't know that.
I don't, but he walked into a good situation. He was put into a great situation. I mean, is Brock Purdy's legacy on the line this year?
Well, is Josh Allen's legacy on the line if we're going to go that route?
He just won an MVP.
He can't.
I watched a guy say,
Josh Allen from the Jags?
If Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl, that he's a top 10 quarterback of all time.
This is not NBA. This is not NBA Live, dude. We're not going to do the GOAT debate.
I'm just repeating what I heard.
Top 10?
Yeah. What other quarterback has done the things that he's done and won an MVP and won a Super Bowl when he wins one?
He's not going to win one. What's it matter?
According to AI, he's going to win 2.
Yeah, well, Grok said the Colts were going to win a bar fight in the AFC South. You thought it was upset alert.
Wow.
You thought it was going to be Duval.
Hey, I pulled a Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend.
I think C.J. Stroud's legacy. Is he what he – because they're going to have to make a decision whether they want to pay him or not over the next 2 years.
That's why I think he has – that's why I think next season is his legacy season.
The contract talks are going to start heating up, dude. You better believe it. You better believe it. Which AFC South team would you invite to your wedding? Next question. I have to ask Grok. Which one would you? I can't wait to see what this says. I'm so excited.
I like the Jax Beach crowd.
Okay, dude, you're a Duval guy.
I'm a Jacksonville lover. I like Jacksonville.
What is it? What are you, Virginia right now? Virginia is for lovers?
No, Jacksonville, dude.
Oh, okay. Is this going to give me the whole thing again? Because this is incredible.
Who would you invite to the wedding? Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'd probably invite the Colts just because I could have Anthony Richardson perform at my wedding for free.
You like the Colts. You got AI liking the Colts.
Dude, I am a closet. Jonathan Taylor is one of my favorite players. Strictly from a fantasy.
I don't know why I stopped giving him the ball.
There it is. Okay, here's the wedding roll for the Tennessee Titans. The dependable family and friends who bring Southern warmth but might stick to their own table. So they're smug. Like you said, pretty boy. That's frat boy country.
Hey.
You called
pretty
it.
Boy country.
The Jags are the Chills friends who vibe perfectly at a casual wedding but might not bring enough chaos for a wild one. The Colts are the cool athletes who charm everyone but might get too invested in their garter toss. Hey, that's me. I told you. See, I was Colts.
Yeah.
I don't know how many weddings I went to in a row where I caught the garter. And then we got video proof of you when I mossed you.
That's because I wasn't ready to get married.
The Texans are the fun cousins who bring the party but might need a gentle nudge to stay on schedule. Okay. So the winner is
so they don't show up on time.
Right. So you can't trust them. You can't trust them.
Hey, gotta show up on time.
Dude, the Texans, that's what I'm saying. The runner-up or the winner is the Jags. They're the best AFC South team to have at a wedding.
Told you.
Laid back, Florida energy. The Texans are too rowdy, the Colts are too competitive, and the Titans are too reserved. The Jags hit the sweet spot.
Told you.
There you go. You called it, dude. Wow. Upset alert. So far it's been the Colts and the Jags. This was from Butch. Who would win a freestyle rap battle between the AFC
Houston.
South teams?
H-Town.
Ooh.
Chopped and screwed?
Hey, Paul Wall.
Hey, yeah.
But what about G.U.Y.S? What about G.U.Y.S from the Colts, Anthony Richardson?
Nah. He's not on H-Town level.
I can't believe this is actually giving scenarios and answers. We got to put these out. It's incredible.
Did you do freestyle?
Okay. I got which team would win the rap freestyle battle. Oh, it's giving me a representative from each one. Anthony Richardson for there. C.J. Stroud. Is it just going to give me the quarterbacks? That'd be terrible. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. Will Levis. Hey, come on. All right,
Houston's
the raps.
That, dude.
Oh, it gave a sample bar. Okay, this is the Titans sample bar. Nashville's my stage. I'm spitting that mayo. You're soft in the pocket. I'm built for the fray, yo. Oh, that's incredible.
Will Levis has bars.
Here's Jacksonville's. Duval's finest. I'm spitting with class. Y'all rebuilding. I'm rebuilding fast. That's so bad. Here's Indianapolis's. Indy's my turf. I'm running it back. Y'all QBs flop. I'm dodging the sack. Dude, that one from Mayo is freaking phenomenal.
Yes.
Here's Houston's. H-Town King. I'm slinging that pass. Took the division. Y'all stuck in last.
All right. Tennessee's the winner, in my opinion.
Tennessee. Oh, it gave me another scenario. Uh-oh. That's a whole thing we'd have to. Winner is Trevor Lawrence from Duval.
Come on. No.
Come on. Boo. They didn't even have Houston on the podium.
No. H-Town, dude.
McCormick said this is awesome. Dude, you want to go get another AFC breakdown about who's actually going to win? Who cares? Nobody's going to win. It doesn't matter what we say.
Mike Jones, dude.
Dude, I can't believe he gave scenarios. Oh, my gosh. That's great. That mayo. How do we get that one again?
Should have
Nashville my
screenshotted
stage. I'm spitting that mayo. Y'all soft in the pocket. I'm built for the fray.
it.
That's good. Oh, okay. All right. Which we're moving on from the last place in the AFC, right? The last place in the AFC. So AFC South, who wins the division in the AFC South? In your opinion, do you think it's who do you didn't tell me who it was?
Who wins the freestyle rap or who wins the?
Who wins the actual division football?
I think the Jags win this year.
Really?
Yeah, I think they have new offense, minded coach. So I think they'll get a couple wins just because teams aren't fully prepared for what they're running yet. And I don't think the Texans are that much better than the Jags. I think the Jags have dealt with some injuries. They get some guys healthy, stay healthy. I don't think
draft
they're.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, nobody still knows what he's going to play. I know they said probably offense, but he's taking defensive snaps. Colts don't have a quarterback. They just you can't win a division without a quarterback.
I think you're right. I think it becomes between the Jags and the Texans. I think DeMeco Ryans is a really good coach. But the Jags are going to get the favorable schedule, so that factors into.
Yeah.
I can see the Jags doing it.
Yeah,
I can see the Jags doing it. Which last place team in the AFC could Dak Prescott help the most? From the Titans, the Raiders, the Browns, the Patriots, all those teams finished last in the AFC. If Dak Prescott went to one of those franchises, who would it help the most?
I'm going to say this because I'm a Bills fan. I think it would be the Patriots because I know we can beat Dak, and it's another 4 years that the Patriots are locked up and a lot of money with a bad quarterback.
I wanted to be like, who could Mahomes help the most? And I was like, no, that's too. We need a quarterback that's like
thinks he's good, but he's not good.
Polarizing.
Gets paid like he's good. Drinks sweet tea.
Would the Raiders or the Browns or the Patriots trade for Dak Prescott?
I mean, I think all these teams would trade for him if they could afford him.
You think so?
Yeah. Everybody likes Dak.
I don't know. I'm interested to see what Cam Ward does. I really am interested to see what Cam Ward does. I don't know. It seems like he works hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the game's faster, so is he going to hold on to the ball or is he going to get rid of it?
Yeah. He's not going to be able to do that running around stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. He's not fast enough to do that.
I don't know. I think he could help the Browns the most because it would give them enough hope. In that division, I don't know. Probably not in that division. But
Dak doesn't play in the cold.
Yeah, you're right. Look at this. These teams sucked, by the way. They all had like 3 and 4 wins each.
Yeah.
This was bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, which last place AFC city would you take a honeymoon at? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Nashville,
are you saying
Vegas, Cleveland or New England, like Boston area?
I was
Honeymoon,
saying
not a
Boston.
bachelor party.
Honeymoon, I'm probably still saying Vegas.
Really?
I like Vegas. I'm a Vegas guy.
I don't honeymoon. Vegas. I've never been to Vegas.
If you can decide when it is, like Boston's fun. My wife and I took a trip to Boston when we were still dating, and we had a really good time. We went and toured the Sam Adams Brewery, which was awesome.
I bet that was awesome.
Yeah, but Boston was a lot of fun. Went to the Cheers bar. We did some touristy stuff, but
I asked Grok again. It said Nashville.
You're obsessed.
That whole rap battle verse might have me addicted to asking Grok which quarterback is going to win a freestyle rap battle because that was freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
that might be what we do. Just a new segment.
Cleveland could again. if you got to pick the right time, I mean, you could have a decent time in Cleveland going out on the boat on the lake.
Yours would be in July. Mine would be in May.
Yeah.
So I could go to Cleveland in May.
Yeah.
Las Vegas. I don't know, dude. I don't know about Vegas for honeymoon. I guess it would be fun. My wife and I would have a ball.
Yeah, I mean, when you go with a significant other, the trip changes. Let's say that. But you still have fun. You get to go to shows then. You get to see cool shows and do that type of stuff. Vegas can be fun. You just got to know that you're spending money. Like, all right, here's a set number that I'd like to try and hit. Let's not go too far over.
I was going to say, you've probably been to all these, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been to every one of these cities. I'm not a huge fan of Nashville. I mean, yeah, it's fun, but
you don't like hot chicken though.
Where it's more Nashville is more of a we're too old for that crowd now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like young professional crowd.
Okay. I don't think I've ever even been in Nashville though.
Yeah, I don't know if you have.
Ooh. Which last place AFC team would win a version of the college football playoff, the 4-team version? So you got the Raiders, the Titans, the Browns, the Patriots. So let's seed them first.
I actually love that idea. That way, like you do like a NIT in the NFL. So everybody's still playing the same amount of games. That means every team has a chance to get the same amount of revenue because of home games, and teams are all playing the same amount of games. So, some teams aren't playing, like they could lose their best player for the whole next year because they're playing extra games. That way, every team's playing the same amount of games.
I think you do a 4-team college, and the winner actually gets the first pick. So you actually have to try to win, so you're not tanking.
What I mean? I love that idea.
You could be the worst.
Do you know how much more money they would make too, just in airing those games? I mean,
yeah. Give it to us on the weekend between the Super Bowl.
Don't add an extra
Pro Bowl.
Don't add an extra week. Add an extra playoff.
Oh.
Like, stop trying. Like, eventually, you're going to be, we want a 20-week season. Oh, give me 16 weeks and give me 2 playoffs.
Dude, give me, Give me, that week 18 could be the bottom teams in the NFC, bottom teams in the AFC. And then the week before the Super Bowl, that's when you play the Final Four.
Yeah, instead of the Pro Bowl, you do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We just we just solved it. Wow.
I love that idea.
I was just writing a stupid question. We didn't even answer the question, but I'll take that. BMO said, boys, don't be sleeping on the Pats. About to be a top 10 defense and a better offense with a weak schedule. Might be sniffing the offs in December. Look, their quarterback got married. They're out. It's over.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, BMO.
Super Bowl.
It's done. Dude, that is
cheap. BMO went from being the biggest Bills fan on the planet to cheering for every team that the Bills play.
I would bet on the Patriots in this scenario, though, in this 4-team playoff.
To get the number 1 overall pick?
If they won it.
Yeah, I'd go the Titans because they did it. They did it.
Okay. For realsy question. Which last place AFC team could win their division?
Titans.
That's what I think, too. I think the Patriots could do it. I changed my vote.
No.
Patriots.
No.
I didn't say win
Don't let BMO convince you.
I didn't say win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying Drake May because he got May-read. I said they could win the AFC East, the May AFC East. That's what they're calling it now. Braves is gonna look. He used to have the curse on the Bills. He knows the voodoo. Braves does.
He doesn't have Derrick Henry anymore though.
He knows the voodoo. No, dude. When he played for the Patriots, they used to destroy the Bills for 20 years.
He doesn't have Tom Brady anymore.
There you go. See, look. BMO agrees. Pats 100%. The Bills are washed. It is true. It's over.
All right.
Absolutely.
Send me my head cover back, BMO.
Oh, that was fun. I love those grok questions, dude. Maybe not as many AFC or NFC. We'll do some more. We're gonna have to come up with some more questions for Sunday.
Yeah.
That was fun. I can't believe it gave a whole scenario. All right, we got water cooler debate and then golf. Just quickly on the water cooler debate, let's pull that down.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, the water cooler debate segment is back. We pick a question, a topic, we ask the question, and then we answer the question, and then we put the poll on Twitter, and then hopefully somebody gets 0. That would be awesome. 0 votes. So, without further ado, here is new graphic,
Oh.
water cooler debate. Look at this bad boy. Question of the week. What is the GOAT type of thing to be early at or to? Early to or at? We'll kick it off with Dylon because I'm pretty sure he submitted I'm about to ask Grok too. I almost asked Grok. Dylon, what did he say? What did he say? Oh, okay. Dylon had a really good one.
Okay.
Is the GOAT type of thing to be early to or at? And Dylon said bobblehead free merch nights at like minor league baseball games. That's a good answer.
Yes. With the
That is a
kids.
great answer for the kids. So you don't want to not the line. That's a great answer, B. McCormick. I'm assuming he's talking about the betting lines.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, BMO said, does Grok have to be entered into the water cooler debate every week? We should ask Grok after this.
Yes.
Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I'm going to say the cookout, barbecue, or friend hangout, because the earlier you show up, the more time you have to hang out, because your friends will be late for whatever reasons. You always have the friends that are late. So if you're there early, when those friends that come late, you can still tell the wife, hey, AK just got here. We got to hang out a little longer. So it becomes a longer party because you're there early and you're not late to the party.
Because it's like the clock restarts every time somebody else shows up.
Exactly.
That's good. Okay. I'm going to say you want to be early at a tailgate. You have to get the tailgate. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm going to answer for Tex because I'm going to be Tex with my cowboy hat on and my shades on. You got to be early for practice. We're not winning flag.
Coughlin time.
We're not winning flag football championships because we got guys showing up late. We got guys wanting to be there, and they're early. Early is on time. On time is late. Practice.
Right. Top of the hour. More like top of the hill that you're going to be running to. Don't be late. Be early. Emo said the DMV was there before it opened and got my real ID in 15 minutes.
Oh.
Facts.
It was funny because I got BMO's ID in 2 minutes when he turned 21.
Real ID, too. Also a real ID.
Shout out BMO.
Also, get there early for the beach.
Yes.
Unless you're staying at the beach, at a house on the beach or for vacation, you have
kids out on the beach early is key. They have room to run around and play. They're tired by noon, so you can take them in for naps. You can eat in peace, then take them to the pool after.
Get there early to the movies because watching the previews are awesome. So I always love
more time to eat your popcorn if you get there early.
And potentially get seconds before the actual movie starts.
Yes.
Which that's a race in and of itself. I am the worst person at being early, so
yeah, you're always late.
Yeah, that's facts. Okay, feels good to be back. I don't know, what else could you be early at? I feel like you want to be early for Masters tickets. You want to be Yeah. No.
I don't think it matters.
No, you're right. It should be finding out in a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
Told you, BMO. tailgate's the perfect. You want to be at the tailgate early.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the temperature is, what the weather is.
But to me, that's also, the cookout, the barbecue. Because,
You should have said that then.
no, but I'm saying, it's the similar situation. The earlier you're
It
there,
is.
the more people you get to hang out with. Because if you show up, an hour before the game, you can only probably see 3 or 4 people before you got to go. But if you're there 4 hours before the game, you can see everybody.
People are going to be like, that's the same thing, like cookout, barbecue, tailgate. The tailgate is a cookout and barbecue in a park
but it's tailgate is a cookout barbecue at a game.
game.
Cookout barbecue is just hanging out at the house.
Yeah.
At a buddy's invited everybody over.
Basically, we just like to hang out and barbecue and grill stuff.
Yes, we do like to grill stuff.
And watch sports. So, but that was a good one. Okay. I forgot to hit the football yay whenever we did the football talk. Golly, we're getting rusty, but that's okay. Okay. That's it. We'll put the poll up. Be on the lookout for the poll on Twitter. And now we're going to talk. Let's do a little golf, shall we?
All right.
Okay, we move on to Detroit. I've got word that Hubs Tracker, who came on the show, we're gonna have to get an update maybe Sunday night from Hubs Tracker. He is on the boots on the ground in Detroit. So yeah, we're gonna have Hubs Tracker maybe come on Sunday and give us a recap of Mark Hubbard winning this tournament.
Okay.
But we're in Detroit at the Rocket Classic, Detroit Golf Club. 156 golfers. The cut is top 65, and 1.7 to the winner, 1.7 million to the winner. So we're kind of gearing up for the Open Championship final major of the year. So we're done with the signature events. Some other golf news. Your guy, Kawa, on another caddy switch this week.
For what reason?
I don't know. It says, Colin, there was some caddy news from you. You're going to change again to a former teammate. Tell me what it is you're looking for from your caddy and from your game going forward. He said, I'm still learning that. Look, when I split with JJ Yakovac, I had him except for one turn in my entire career. You get used to that. JJ's an amazing caddy. Wish him all the best. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It seems to be a lot of caddy shifting here recently, especially from guys like Homa and Morikawa and that whole group.
It sounds like Homa was his caddy left.
Yeah.
It wasn't his choice. But the other, this sounds like Colin just doesn't. Something's wrong with his game, and he's looking for reasons to blame it on. Yeah.
Weren't we looking at that last week where he could not, or was it the week before, where his putting numbers
at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was first in just about everything except for putting, where he was almost last.
Yeah, I think we looked up his numbers where he was just an awful putter. So I don't know if that was something that he needed to change his caddy for. I don't know, it's
some of these caddies too. They're trying to, they insert themselves because that might have been what their player liked before, and he might not like that, and the guy might have been given too much opinion, and that messes with players' confidence sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you've mentioned that before. So, here's Byron, the Model Maniac. He's awesome. Go follow him on Twitter. He said what ended up happening is the caddy question came up, and people are obviously the reporters are asking him about his caddy situation because you change caddies. Guess what? People are going to ask you about your caddy. And he had a pretty viral moment again where he was getting after it with the media. He's turning into Kevin Durant, dude. He's like, Colin Morikawa is turning into Kevin Durant, where he's just getting mad at the media because he wants to get mad at the media. And it said, it's unclear who Morikawa will have take over permanently going forward. Quote, ask me anything you want in my press conference later. I'm with my Pro-Am partners now. So there was a video that came out where he got mad that the guy asked him a question or worded it a certain way in the title, and I'm like, dude, you got to get off the internet. You got to leave the internet for us.
You look weak.
Yeah, like you're looking for somebody to blame, or you're lashing out, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Come on the show though. We won't ask you about your caddy. We don't care.
Yeah. We'll ask you why you stink at putting.
And then ask you if you'd like to invest in our protein bar, Dogs at the Turn. Tastes like a hot dog, but it's a protein bar. Not made with real hot dogs, though.
Yeah. Well, it could be because we don't know what's in a hot dog.
You're right. Facts. I don't know why I keep saying facts a lot lately.
Okay.
Facts
or facts?
Facts.
F-A-X?
With an S.
Fags. Facts. No. Oh, no.
Cut it. Oh, 8 signature events, 8 different champions. The Century, the Pro-Am, the Genesis, the Arnold Palmer, RBC Heritage, Truist, the Memorial, Travelers. All the signature events had a different winner.
Wow.
Crazy. All the majors have been a different winner too, right? We had J.J. Spawn, Scotty Scheffler. Parity is rampant in the PGA.
Rory.
Is he back?
No.
I didn't think so.
He better hope he is. And if he doesn't perform at the Open in his home country,
is he washed?
Of course, it's an hour and a half from where he grew up.
You're saying he's washed if he doesn't perform?
I'm saying this is a home match for him, so he better perform or he's going to live.
Those are pretty like,
he's halfway out the door. He's halfway out the door. He's already said he doesn't want to play a ton of events. He's only going to play the events that he wants to play. So, I mean, will he even play a full schedule? Probably not.
You really think he's going to live?
I don't see why he wouldn't.
I do think he's like sabotaging everything. Morikawa's kind of doing the same thing where they're just like attacking media and then being like, see, the media sucks. And it's like, well, yeah, the media sucks, but you don't have to go out of your way to tell them they suck. Just understand that they suck.
Yeah.
But he's doing that so that he can justify in his own mind why he has another reason to leave. Like, this is classic manipulation. He's creating reasons.
I think he leaves when he wins the Masters. What's he got to prove in the PGA anymore?
I think he just goes and just does his TGL thing.
Maybe.
I don't think he goes to live.
What's he making on TGL though?
I don't know, but it's got his name on it, so he better be invested in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They still need to take our advice on that. Get team uniforms. Get some stuff that just you can hit a button. Like if you're a team, like stop trying to make it so stiff. You guys think that people want to hear what you're saying, and you're really not that funny. So what you should do is have gimmicks like instead of throwing the hammer, be like, I'm going to be able to put an inflatable, one of those guys outside the car dealerships in front of your tee box, and you have to hit around it. Like do some shit like that. Crazy stuff. Or just be like, I'm going to.
They would say that's live though.
People would watch.
Yeah, be the Savannah Bananas of golf.
That's what they should turn it into.
Yeah, make a guy hit off of stilts.
Have somebody just run over someone in a golf car like those old videos. Like just stay there and all of a sudden blam.
Bring out the smoke machine.
Every now and then, like you just got a button that says Undertaker, and the music just starts playing, and you don't know if he's there or not.
Make a guy hit a golf ball after doing the dizzy bat.
Oh, yes. Make them do the Dr. Pepper halftime challenge, but they actually have to throw the football, or they have to hit golf balls instead into the Dr. Pepper, big giant Dr. Pepper can.
Or kick a field goal. A 20-yard field goal.
Pat McAfee will run over there and want to be involved with that.
Wow. I think he would have done that a long time ago.
Anyways, parody in golf. Okay. The Rocket Classic Here are the favorites. A lot of the numbers are adding up to Patrick Cantlay, according to Ron Close. But Colin Morikawa, Patrick Cantlay, Keegan Bradley, Ben Griffin, Cameron Young, Hideki, Harry Hall. Harry.
He's been a rocket.
Yeah. Do you believe that Keegan should be captain and play of the Ryder Cup?
Personally, no. I don't, because captain is coach for Ryder Cup. It's not like the guy.
They need to let Tiger be the coach.
But I think it affects some decision making when you're doing both.
Yes.
Because how do you flip from thinking about possessions or holes and other things versus locking in to swing, hit the shot you want to hit? I don't know how you flip between.
He's got to know that too, though.
I would think so. He said that he's not going to pick himself. That he'll only play if he's in the top 6 that automatically are on the team.
That's fair.
If he's 7 through 12, he said he's not going to pick himself. Now, that was a while ago. I don't know if he's going to change his mind. I think he's at 9 right now, 8 or 9. Yeah. So if he goes out in this tournament and performs well or even wins it, he might be in the top 6. I don't know. I don't know how the points work.
But what he could do is just be like, no, I'm not going to play. And then if they lose, he could always be like, man, if I would have played, we probably would have won.
It is fun following him or being close to where he is because every time he walks to the green, the grandstands of the people around chant USA, USA, USA.
Okay, that's awesome.
He's like a walking USA stamp right now.
That's awesome.
Because he's trying. A lot of times just because of the amount of players that are from other countries on PGA. I know there's a lot of Americans, but there's a lot of foreign players. Usually there's a foreign player in each group, even if it's from Canada or wherever. But they let them know that they're there to watch Keegan and chant USA. It's almost like being in a NASCAR race.
I feel like I'm going to like him as a cap. We got to win.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We got to win.
Well, Rory was the live guys aren't going to be there. I can't. Rahm's playing well right now. Rahm should be on the Ryder Cup team.
He should be. So should Hatton.
Yeah, Hatton's good. You're right. You're 100% right. Yeah.
He always in the majors in big events shows up. He's in the mix always.
What does that team look like without those guys?
I just don't want to see. Actually,
Aaron Rye.
He's a jinx, dude. He jinxed what's his face? Tommy Fleetwood.
Fleetwood will be on it. Ludwig will be on it. Rory will be on it.
Are they going to bring back Ian Poulter? Ian Poulter, Joaquin Neiman. They're going to put Joaquin Neiman on there, and they're going to be realize oh gosh, this is actually a event people are going to watch. He's going to be terrible.
I never understand that.
Every major, it's like Joaquin Neiman. He's won 17 live events.
Yeah.
He goes in there and shoots 86. Oh, so here are people who are their better. There you go. Harry Hall. So
Harry Hall's been my guy. You know that.
Yeah, he wears that fancy hat. But
and
the pie is pretty dispersed, according to Golf Tips Checker on Twitter. Go follow them. They make great graphics. 339 tips came in. Harry Hall at 30-1 is the most tipped. Then Emiliano Grillo, then Cam Young, then Hissat Sune, then Ben Griffin, then Davis Thompson, and Akshay Bhatia, and then Stefan Jaeger. Pretty evenly distributed where all the tips are going. Hall and Grillo are kind of your big ones that everybody are kind of focusing on. Grillo's playing well. He's hitting the irons well. I know that.
Yeah.
So
Harry Hall's a unit too.
He is.
He could play tight end. He was probably at tight end you.
Dude, could he beat Will Levis in an AFC South rap battle?
Probably not.
Dude, what was that?
Freyo.
Mayo and then Freyo. Oh, okay. This course is a Donald Ross. Heavily tree line, big fairways, flattest course on tour. No signature holes. The greens are ultra soft and the fairways. The goal is to have a firm, fast course, but they're getting a complete renovation. If it stays dry, you're going to see a lot of bombers, par 5 scores, and wedge fest, and a putting contest. I've seen that the putting is a little bit more difficult at this course because there's a lot of slopes and hills and things like that on the greens. Average 12 speed on the stimp meter. Back to front sloping greens are really the only course's defense. So it will roll off the front. Three out of the 4 par 5s are among the easiest on tour. 9 out of the 10 par 4s are less than 460. So you can absolutely drive or wedge this thing to death. So this is from Ron Close at PGA Splits 101, Best Sports Golf. They always do awesome breakdowns. Go check them out. Okay. Here we are, the guys for your DraftKings lineups. 6,700 right out of the gate is Sami Valimaki. Major events, events that actually matter, he is awful. Events that are not signature or majors, he actually does really well. So I'm going Sami Valimaki, 6,700, top 20 plus 450.
Love that. Because this is the Rocket Classic, I went with the Red Rocket, Brent Snedeker, because you're not going to put my guy that low and me not play him.
They're asking you for it, dude.
He's playing well. I know you said Bombers course, but it's also a wedge course. I think he could sneak a few in there. I don't know, but I would say make the wedges. Cut. I would say make the cut, not a top 20.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be a great golf podcast. Between the wedges. Golf. Georgia football and golf. Yeah. Whoever wants to start that. Top 20 plus 850, dude. Tex gave you Max Homa as he continues his trolling of Dylon, who gave you Rico Hoey, which both are 7,300, both plus 250 or more for top 20. Edge, my apologies. There was no Lucas Glover. And Butch gave you Jay Paul, 6,700 from Germany, top 20 plus. That's what I thought. I can't remember his first name. So, 6,700. So, don't plug all these guys into your lineup. Plug some of them into your lineups and thank us later. Because this is absolutely guaranteed.
Wait a second.
What? What happened?
I'm trying to. Huh? Brent Snedeker plus 125 to make the cut. I love that.
Take it.
I would love that. I can't do that because of where I'm located, but I would love that bet.
Take it. Take it. Okay. We got how dare yous, and then we're done.
Wait. Trying.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you, sir? You're gross. How dare you?
Dude, I just saw that picture BMO sent.
Yes.
What is that?
We can start out with that. How dare you?
Holy moly.
The how dare you from BMO is from the Disc Golf Pro Tour event, the trophy for the champ.
It looks like a
from the PGA Tour disc golf. How dare you?
Yep. That's you got to be more self-aware than that. Disc Golf Pro Tour. That's you.
That was bad.
You got to be careful there.
My how dare you goes out to I don't recall the name of the person who did it, but there's a guy on Instagram that is going around, flying around the world, different states, different countries, and taking a poop and recording it. If we all know where the dump tour started. So how dare him for imposing something that was already done by someone and documented.
Yep.
Know where dump tour started.
Can't confirm.
Stop stealing stuff. How dare you?
Also, look at this.
From what I
Speaking of
heard,
that,
that's from the person that I've heard from.
look at
I
this.
can't
This
see it.
is
I can't
this
see that.
Viking poop is the largest fossilized human waste ever found. Look at this thing.
Ew. Ew.
It looks like that trophy.
Looks like a roach.
Look at this thing. I mean, they have to paint like this. Look at that thing. That's
That hurt coming out.
Dude, that's probably why they died. Thing looks like a
Ugh.
foot. It looks like one of those pumpkin rolls.
Gross.
Awful. Okay, I have a few how dares I'm just going to rattle through. How dare you? Number one goes to this prospect, NBA prospect Noah Essengay.
Yeah.
He's leaving his German league team while up 2-1 in the Bundesliga finals to attend the NBA draft.
Wow.
How dare this guy for leaving his team in a championship? And I blame LeBron James because the other day he said, ring culture doesn't matter. And now these young kids don't care about rings.
That's less beers that are going to be drank. Take notice, whoever's throwing that party.
That's exactly, yeah. I mean, do they want to win a championship? Because they obviously didn't celebrate like it in the NBA. I wonder what they did. What do you think they did?
How is that guy running the league?
Dude, I don't know.
Like,
Yeah. Oh,
whatever.
Silver.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I'm like, he's an alien.
He looks like a guy that made a lot of money in the stock market or day trading or something and bought an NBA team, and now all of a sudden he's in charge of the league.
Yeah, I don't. Is he tall? I don't know if he's tall or not.
I have no idea. Never seen him.
My second how dare you is to Fernando Tatis Jr. He was given $2 million while in the minor leagues in exchange for 10% of his future. He filed a lawsuit against Big League Advance, an investment firm that provides players with upfront cash in exchange for a percentage of their future earnings. They gave him $2 million for 10% of his future earnings. Then he signed a 14-year, $340 million
Oh
contract.
my goodness!
So now he owes a Big League Advance $34 million.
Plus 10% of any additional money he might earn from future.
And he said the lawsuit alleges that a Big League Advance used predatory tactics to lure Tatis into an investment deal that was really an illegal loan.
Wow.
So he's trying to get his $34 million. This is just how dare you to Fernando Tatis for. How do you not know you're going to be that good? I don't know. This is a how dare you to him for just thinking that you can not have to pay them $34 million. That's crazy. Also, how dare you to
It
the
said
U.S.
those
flag.
deals aren't 70 to 80% of the players never make it. Never have to
Yeah, they never have
repay
to
the
repay.
money because they don't make it. So, yeah, I mean, he followed in that 30%.
And they require independent lawyers to review the agreement. So it's like they bring in a third party to eliminate bias.
Yeah.
Which you should do, like,
I wouldn't have done that though.
Oh, that's a good point, BMO. Didn't they already have a midseason championship? Which one means more? Who celebrated more for the win? Who won the what was that with the colored courts?
I think the Thunder lost.
Didn't they lose to the Lakers?
No, the Pacers,
No.
I think.
Oh, the in-season tournament.
I'm gonna look it up.
My third how dare you goes out to the U.S. flag football players who said they want to end the, quote, us versus them narrative with the NFL. You can't talk all that booty chatter, get beat by Canada, and then say you want everything to end. No. How dare you? You got to stand on business.
Yeah, you got to.
Put 10 toes down, stand on your business, USA
The Bucks
flag
beat
football.
the Thunder.
Okay.
So I bet they partied hard in Milwaukee.
I bet you they did. And then finally,
with Giannis, Gumbo, what was it? What was that one? Giannis.
Oh, Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Dude, some of those were so good. D'Angelo Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Some of those were so good.
Patrick chewing.
I put another one in there. Roy Hibachi Mora. How dare you to the SEC for saying there's no bias? We're just the best conference. When ESPN literally is giving your entire conference June 28th to July 13th, each
On
of the
the SEC network, on their own network.
This is through ESPN.
Yeah, because ESPN owns the network.
ESPN is promoting this. Each of the SEC, 16 SEC schools will take over the network for a day of school-centric programming on 24 hours.
They do this every year.
I don't care.
On their own network.
How dare you, SEC, for doing this right in front of everybody's face?
ESPN owns the network.
Furthering the point that they have no interest in, we don't have any bias whenever we're doing the selection committees and Yes, you do. You have an entire month.
The person of the
SEC
selection committee
schools.
is Big Ten. The head of the selection committee is Big Ten.
Who's in bed with the SEC because they both want to kick everybody out and have their own stupid super league. So dumb. That's it.
Does Tex have a how dare you?
I don't know. Does he? Where's he at?
Know.
Did you lose your stuff? Where's Tex?
Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
Anyways, follow us on the social medias. We put out daily stuff. Download the podcast. Leave a review on the podcast, especially if you're tuning in late. We have a lot of people piling in here late. It's great. Yeah. So we will be back on. When will we be back? What is today?
Sunday.
Wednesday? Sunday. Maybe a down before. Who knows? Maybe time before.
Bring Grok back.
Dude, bring Grok. Dude, do you smell what the Grok is cooking? That's what I'm talking. That was fun. We're gonna have to do more questions like that.
Yeah. Questions with Grok.
We gotta come up with
segment,
good questions. So some of those were really good questions and great answers. I had no idea we were gonna get all that out of it. But anyways, go follow the podcast, leave a review. See you Sunday.